Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am filming a highly requested video today. I'm talking about oils and how they can support your hormones. Alright, so disclaimer, I feel like I need to say this before I start the video. I'm not a doctor, I hope that's obvious. I like sharing things that work for me. I like sharing my knowledge, how I learn, and just passing on the love to you guys. And this is something that was highly requested from something that I mentioned in a previous video. And I have actually done quite a bit of research and like learning on this topic. So I feel like I know enough to share the basics about hormones and oils. But I also am not a doctor, I'm not a professional. If you're having a serious problem, you need to talk to your doctor and ask them what you should do. So most of the stuff, actually almost all of the information I have and I'm sharing today is from this book. It's called Taming the Dragon Within. It's a book specifically made for supporting your hormones with Young Living essential oils. So this book I'm going to be reading from. I also have a whole class because I've done a class with my downline on this on Facebook. So it is one of those things. I'm going to share like general information in the basics, like a 101 class on this, but it's something that also is what I use mostly is this information I reference back to. So if you want this class or this PDF class that I have on hormones, let me know in the comments. You can also email me and I can send you that because it's something like you can watch a video and then forget it next week, but this is serious stuff that I like reference every month during my cycle, like which phase I'm in, what oral oils to support different things, different organs, different symptoms. If I'm having something weird, I go back to this book and reference. So I will link this book in the description, and I'll also, if you want that PDF class, let me know because it's just one thing to listen to and watch a video, but it's another thing to have this reference like in your hands during the month because it's an ongoing thing. It's a cycle. It's again and again. So with all of that being said, let's get started. First, we'll start with the endocrine system. So we hear this all the time, like different things that disrupt your endocrine system, which in turn just messes up all your hormones, and they all work together, and it's just like this system. It's amazing. Your body is amazing. So your endocrine system is a network of glands in your body that makes the hormones that help cells talk to each other. So it's kind of like how your body communicates. And they're responsible for almost every cell, organ, and function in your body. Your hormones work from head to toe. It's not just your ovaries, it's not just your reproductive organs, it is your entire body, and it's how it communicates to each other, and it is just super, super important that we help support it in every way that we can naturally. Because how cool is that we can support it naturally with oils. I'm just like always blown away by this. Basically, your hormones can affect a bunch of different things. I have a list of things that can be affected if your hormones are out of balance. So fatigue, sugar cravings, bloating, belly fat, trouble sleeping, anxiety, irritability, constant stress, brain fog, irregular periods, which is a big one that I will talk about, infertility, low libido, unstable blood sugar, allergies, UTIs, mood swings, even periodontal disease, so like receding gum. So many things, and it's just really important. First, like what first comes to mind for me is hormones is like your mood being in balance, but it's really your whole body. Your hormones are made in all different parts of your body, from head to toe, like I said, and they are the hypothalamus, pituitary gland, pineal gland, thyroid, thymus, pancreas, adrenal glands, ovaries, testicles if you're a man, and placenta, so also if you're a woman. So like I said, not just in your reproductive organs, they're all over. And they all connect and work together, and I have all of the ways that they do that. I'm not going to go over every single detail of this class because, like I said, it's just better to reference it and like have it and read it have it on hand. So in all of the ways that they work together will be in this PDF if you want to go over and check with that. Next, I'm going to talk about the ways that you can help support your endocrine system, and it's not just with the oils and products. It is different lifestyle choices and actions as well. So the first one is to reduce plastic. So BPA and bad plastics disrupt your endocrine system. The next is to eat organic, and especially for meat, but also fish and dairy and all fruits and veggies too, if possible. The next way is you can upgrade your personal care products. So use natural products, use ones that do not have artificial fragrance or parabens or anything on the list. I have blog posts and I could talk about this till I'm blue in the face, like all of the ingredients that are just terrible and that should not be in any beauty product. I can put the blog post with the list of all of the ingredients, but it's basically, well, number one for me is the fragrance, because that's an umbrella for a bunch of different chemicals, but also parabens and synthetic ingredients like that. Something you can do instead is make your own products. I make a lot of our products, a lot of our wellness products as well. And it's not always Young Living. We use a ton of Young Living, but also there's a bunch of other brands that I use and I share on my main Instagram. So Young Living is not the one all be all, or what's that saying? End all be all for natural products. But it is one brand that we use a ton. The next thing you can do to help support your endocrine system is to keep it clean. So buy a high quality, high power vacuum with a HEPA filter, and also use a really good filter in your furnace, just to kind of keep the dust and dirt out of your house and kind of just filter your air in your home. And last thing on this list is to check your products, like your mattress, your couches, your pillows, all of those kinds of things, furniture. Make sure that those furniture products don't include, or they don't have, the flame retardants that could disrupt your hormones. And if it doesn't say on the product, you can always call the manufacturer to check on that. And then a couple of more tips that I have on this list. Avoid unneeded medication, so get to the root of your problem instead of just taking a medicine to cover it up or to mask it. Drink enough water. You always want to make sure you're hydrated for many, many reasons, but this is also one that helps in supporting your endocrine system. Get enough sleep. So I don't know, 7 to 8 hours of sleep is like the general recommendation, but you should know your body and know what your body needs as far as a good night's sleep. If you have kids, I know you struggle. Like, I don't always get a good night's sleep, but if you can help it and you can change things here and there, like don't spend the last hour of your day on Instagram, just go to bed. That's a simple, but also I know if your kids wake up in the middle of the night, there's really not much you can do about that. Make sure you're getting enough protein. That is one thing for me as a vegetarian or pescatarian is important for me. I struggle in this area from time to time, so get a good vegan pea protein, or not even pea protein, but just a good protein to make like a shake. Just make sure you're getting enough protein in each meal. And if you're not a vegetarian, it's not as hard, but just make sure you're mindful of that. And then manage your stress. This has a lot to do with supporting your endocrine system. So look at the things that are causing you stress. If you can't help any of them, let it go. If you can help any of those situations or things that are stressing you out, then make some changes. Lavender is always a good one for supporting stress. Also, Stress Away, the name is in the name of the oil. That one's awesome. I keep that one in my bag. It's like my perfume. I use it all the time. Okay, and next I will talk about of other supplements too that will help support you. Cortistop capsules, Femigen capsules, PD8020 capsules, and Thiamin. And those are all different Young Living supplements I have. And then oils to support your cycle. So obviously Progesterone Plus, already talked about that one. I also have a couple here. I don't have all of them that I'm going to talk about, but I do have a few. So the next one, Endoflex. This is an oil that supports your thyroid. Which we talked about as part of your endocrine system. Let's see, the next one is Clary Sage. So here is that one. Clary Sage contains natural sclereol, a phytoestrogen that mimics estrogen function, has a mellow, warm herbal scent. I love the smell of Clary Sage. I like to use this as my perfume most of the time. It's like uplifting. I love it. And makes a perfect choice for supporting a normal, healthy attitude during monthly cycles. And the next one is Dragon Time. That has an aroma that is designed to invite positive emotions. Lady Sclerescence, another one, is an oil blend especially for women to enhance the feminine nature and provide relaxing experience. The next one is Sclerescence. I think that's another one that I have. Let's see. The next one is Sclerescence, and I do have this one. This is a Vitality one, so if you're not familiar with that, it means you can take it internally. You put it in a capsule. And this one, Sclerescence, supports overall wellness with the properties of pure oils, including Clary Sage and fennel. So I am running out of Clary Sage, so I will use this one in place of it. And fennel Vitality are the other oils in this list that help support your hormones and endocrine system. Another reason I love this book is that it goes over different organs and different oils and things that will support each organ. So here, just quickly, I have, adrenals, nutmeg, clove, and Endoflex oils all support your adrenal glands. pituitary glands, frankincense, cedarwood, and lavender. And then there are so many more in this book too. So if you have any other questions, you can ask me, or just I really recommend getting this too. The last thing I'm going to talk about is our cycle and different oils to help support you in each day of the cycle. It's not every day that it changes, but there are certain ones to use in certain days. So the first half of your cycle is called the follicular phase or the estrogen phase. And then the second half is from day 14 to 28 is the luteal phase or the progesterone phase. So basically, for the first half, you want to use your uterus supporting oils like Clary Sage, and then the second half you want to up your Progesterone Plus. But so day 1 is the day that your period starts, and so for day 1 to 7, support your uterus with a small amount of Clary Sage. Then you can also be using your Progesterone Plus like as you need it for different symptoms if you have any during this time. Day 3 to 4, support your pituitary and thyroid. You can do this by using Endoflex on your thyroid area. And then day 7 to 11, you want to increase your Clary Sage, so use a little bit more, maybe twice a day, until day 12. Then you stop using your Clary Sage. And then throughout all of this, you can be using your Progesterone Plus as needed. Day 13, it says to use a few sprays of Ultra Young Plus spray. I don't even know if that's available. I have not seen that. This is in this book, so I'll put it in the comments if I can, or in the description if I can find that. But day 14, take 2 Thiamine, which is a supplement that I mentioned before. And then you may also want to use myrrh, myrtle, lemongrass, or Endoflex on your throat to support your thyroid during this time. And then Progesterone Plus as needed. Day 14, there's supposed to be a surge of testosterone, so smell and use on your ankles either Mr. Oil or Goldenrod, which is hard to get your hands on those 2 oils, but they are on my wish list for sure. I haven't gotten them yet. Day 15, so increase your, this is the second half, so you want to increase your progesterone. So you can use the Progescence cream, or you can just use your Progescence Plus more often. Depending on what you want to do. I just use Progescence Plus. Day 22, you want to decrease Progescence cream if you're using that, and then you can continue using Progescence Plus, just a little bit less. Day 28, start over as if it is day 1. Start with Clary Sage, start the whole thing over. I'll put that in the description. That's something that I reference all the time. I don't have that quite memorized yet. For the most part I do, but anyways, and then I love this book because it has troubleshooting. So if your cycle is shorter than 28 days, if you have irregular periods, if you amenorrhea, no menstrual periods, menopausal women, which I've gotten a few questions about that when I did my hormone class. So it just goes over all of those things and all of the symptoms that you could be having. And then the last thing I'm going to share is just a couple of like tips and a couple of just easy things to summarize basically the cycle. So water retention equals a lack of progesterone, and then the other thing is hot flashes equal usually estrogen dominance, which Progescence Plus can help support both of those things. And then another thing just to remember is the first half of your cycle, you need to support your estrogen. And the second half of your cycle, you need to support your progescence, so using Progescence Plus more. I tried to summarize this pretty briefly. I didn't want to get into too many details, things that you're going to forget, like I said. So let me know if you want that PDF class. Let me know if you have any questions. Start a conversation below. I know I had a lot of questions on the whole topic of hormones and oils, so fire away. I'll try my best to answer all of your questions. You can also email me if you don't want to ask below, or you can message me on Instagram. That is always linked in the description. I can try to pop that in here too. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you have a good day. Bye.